Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make your very own print and cut Christmas cards using your Cricut as well as the We Are Memory Keepers foil pen. Now Cricut does have their very own foil pen now, but it doesn't require a USB cord for heat. I do like the We Are Memory Keepers one because it does have a cord which gives it heat. Now one little tip right out the gate, I like to plug this in a good 10 to 15 minutes before I get started so it starts heating up that tip. You can set it on your counter because it's not touching anything. Just make sure there's nothing super close by. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Today I'm going to be using the free watercolor bundle over here on designbundles.net. So this is an entire bundle full of goodies, and the one that we're going to be actually using today is this one right here. So like I said, it comes with a ton of different ones, but we're going to be creating some really fun Christmas cards. So I wanted to show you what can you do with these PNG files besides sublimation and all of those things. Yes, you can still use these with your print and cut feature with your Cricut, whether you're making stickers, you're going to make signs that are going to go in a picture frame, all sorts of different ideas. But today I'm going to show you how to do these with the print and cut. So let's go ahead and head on over to Cricut Design Space. Jumping straight over to Cricut Design Space, you can see that I've already created my Christmas card right here. So the few things that are going on, we're going to have a print and cut, and then we're going to be using our foil pen here. You could also use Cricut pens. You could get a third-party adapter if you wanted to and use your own pens, all sorts of different things that you could do with this. So we've got print and cut, and then I've got a score line that we're going to be creating for our card, as well as, like I said, using that foil quill. So what you're going to do is you're simply going to upload these designs, download your bundle, get these files in here, and then we're going to start to mess with them. So what I'm going to do right away is go ahead and go to Shapes, and then we're going to go ahead and bring in a square. And what I want to do is unlock that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the width here. I'm going to change it to 6.75. And then for my height, I'm gonna go ahead and do 4.75, just like so. So here is our base. Now you definitely can do, so for example, if I move this out of the way, you could definitely do this straight on your card base if you want to. But what this allows me to do by doing it separate is I'm gonna get a bigger print and cut. Because if I try to do this whole thing on one piece, I'm gonna go ahead and layer it, because if not, I'm gonna have to do 6.75 is gonna be the biggest by 9.75, which I think that's still, let me go ahead and click on this really quick. So you can see it's 7 by 10. So it goes over that print and cut. So like I said, it's just gonna help save you to get your card, to the size that you're gonna want. All right, so from here, I came over here, I changed this to white, and then we're gonna go ahead and start playing around with these pieces. Now, feel free to use whatever you want. There's really fun sunflower ones. You could do baby shower stuff, weddings, but like I said, I'm gonna show you some Christmas cards. So a few things that you have to make sure that you do is whenever we connect these two together is we're gonna use that flatten, which I'm gonna show you in a second. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to arrange, send these to the front, and I'm gonna start just kind of figuring out where I want them to go. You can go ahead and rotate them by getting a corner, if I can get one. Here we go. Once you see those arrows, you can start to rotate this. So I did something about like this. And then what I actually even did was I came up here to flip. I flipped it horizontal just to kind of, get me where I wanted to go. So feel free to do that as well if you need to. So then I just kind of played around with the sizing, and then you can overhang this if you want to. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna slice that in a bit. So say I was happy with it somewhere about in here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my next piece. So we're gonna go ahead and rotate it as well. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit arrange, and we're gonna send it to the front as well. So something about like this, I'm gonna go ahead and size it out, and then once again, I'm gonna do another little overhang, and I feel like I need to rotate it just a little bit more. So maybe something like this. All right, so now that we're ready for slice, if you're gonna slice, because you definitely could have these in here just like this, and you wouldn't need to slice them. But if you wanna have that little extra to where it looks like something else, there's more to just what's on here, you wanna do like an overhang. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to select the rectangle, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit shift, select our first piece right over here, and then you're gonna see that slice option open up. We're gonna go ahead and hit slice. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that outside layer there and hit delete. So you can see now we're left with this. Now, one thing you're gonna notice is you have all this, don't worry about it. Once we flatten it, all that's gonna go away. We're gonna hit the back button to put that back where it goes. Now let's do the next one. I don't have to bring this forward. I can simply select it, hold down the shift, select my rectangle once again, hit slice. So it's gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna go ahead and delete the outside as well. All right, so same thing, we're gonna click it, hit delete, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find that design right over here on this side, come to arrange, send to the front. Now, this is the most important part when it comes to print and cut. If we do not flatten this, it's going to try to cut around all of these pieces. In order to get it to just cut the rectangle out, you're gonna go ahead and select all of your pieces, and then you're gonna go ahead and hit that flatten. So that flatten option is available for print and cut. All right, so now this piece is done. So let's go ahead and work on our next layer piece. So we're gonna go back in here to our shapes, bring in another square. We're gonna go ahead and hit that unlock. And this time we're gonna do 7 wide, and then we're gonna go ahead and do 10 high. So since we're doing a 5 by 7, you wanna double that height, so that way whenever you fold it in half. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come right over here to shapes, and we're gonna grab this top line right here, which is your score line. So you should be able to see that it says score here. All right, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna bring it down. We're gonna do the same thing where we can rotate that. Get it nice and straight there. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring this out. And I can tell that I am not straight, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that here. All right, so once you have that straight, I'm just going ahead, I'm bringing it from side to side, trying to make sure I'm going all the way across. Once you have that, hopefully you guys can see that little dotted line there, that's your score line. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to select both of those pieces, and once you do, you should have the align option, and we're gonna go ahead and go to center. So that's gonna put it perfectly in the center for me, and then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna click attach. So now we have this perfect background. Now, depending on whether you're using black or you're using red or whatever it is, you're gonna wanna change that color just so you can physically see what's going on here. All right, so now we are ready. So I'm gonna grab this piece here, we're gonna hit arrange and bring to the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one right here. And so I'm just going around aligning everything. If I need to bring it in, I could do that. I could unlock it to get it perfectly where I want it. Feel free to get that absolutely perfect. So now we have this. So that's gonna be our layer piece. So now we're gonna go ahead and work with our font. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and hit text. Now the font that I'm actually using, I'm using 3 different ones from our Plus membership. So I consider them free because they're only 1 Plus credit, and all of them are linked down below. So I'll have the names and each one's linked below in case you guys are interested. But feel free to use whatever fonts that you already own, and definitely just do whatever you want to do here, okay? So the one that I'm going to use first is Triple Berry. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to type in triple, and then one thing I want to point out is you're gonna notice if it's on your system, like I've downloaded it from designbundles.net, if I hit enter, it says nothing is here, because Cricut has actually recently done an update and changed the way that this looks. So right now you can see it's highlighted on Cricut fonts, but if I come over here to system, now you're gonna see it pop up. So make sure you guys are selecting that system, and you're gonna see those right away. So we're gonna go ahead and choose Triple Berry here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start to type this out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that back button and type out Merry Christmas. All right, so now what we're gonna do is just kind of bring this up. I'll size it down a little bit. And what I'm trying to do is kind of center this in here, so that way I can have that absolutely perfect. A few things that you can actually do is hit Shift, grab that background piece there, and then you can go to align, and you can go ahead and say, you know, center horizontal, and you're gonna see that there. And then if you have any overhang like this, you could go back in here and adjust it once again and kind of play around with it. So there you go. Now, the very important thing for writing, whether you're using a pen or the foil tool from Cricut, or We Are Memory Keepers, you wanna come up here to where it says operation, and we're gonna change it. You see where it says draw, you have the choice to choose pen and all of those. I'm gonna go ahead and choose foil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tell it that I have a medium tip. So with the We Are Memory Keepers, just like with the Cricut, there is several different tips, and I do believe I have the medium. It could be bold, but we're gonna find out here. So this is what it's gonna look like, and you can change the color too. So I'm trying to decide, I think I'm gonna go with silver. I think it would look best with these pieces, but you could definitely go with whatever you want. I'll go over all those supplies here in a bit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and continue this process for down here. So I'm gonna do a separate one. So this is gonna be for the print and cut one. And then for this card, I'm gonna have a saying on the inside. So when I fold this, I'm gonna have that on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing I did before. All right, now for this one here, you notice they're really spaced apart. So all you simply have to do is come up here where it says line spacing, and you can click the arrow down to bring those in closer. Now you can play around with it and kind of figure out what works best for you. So I know that if I come in here and I put -0.9, enter, That's my perfect sweet spot. Now, it may not be for you, so you can adjust that a little bit, but once you've done this quite a bit, you're gonna know what that number is. So then I'm gonna go ahead and center this here as well. Now I can do the exact same thing I've done before with that alignment, is I can hit shift, grab that bigger background piece, and then I can come to align once again, center horizontal, and it's gonna put that perfectly for me. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna size that down once again, and then just line those up. Once again, if I wanna align these, I can select them both, come up to align, center horizontal, and those are going to be perfect. And then from here, I wanna make sure and hit the attach button so those stay in the exact same place. And then we're gonna have it just like that. So we are ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one because we just wanna do this once. So what we're gonna do now is we have made sure everything is set to the foil, everything is set to for the print and cut and the cut pieces. All right, so now we're ready to hit make it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell it that we are using on the mat today. Because I am using my Cricut Maker 3, it is giving me that option. Now, the really cool thing about this project is you can do this with your older Cricut Explorers. So if you have that print and cut feature, you are good to go. So I've chose on the mat, I'm gonna hit continue. And so I'm actually gonna do my print and cut first. So I'm gonna come up here. We're gonna go ahead and hit continue. And then the very first thing that we need to do is hit send to printer. So you're just gonna come up here, choose the printer that you're sending it to. I'm gonna turn off bleed line, I don't need that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit print, and it's gonna send it straight over to the printer. Now for the material that I have in the printer is just a heavy white cardstock that you can even grab from Walmart. Once you have it printed out, you should have something that looks like this. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a mat. I really like to use my blue mat for this. You're gonna get it up there in that top corner. Make sure you're lining this up on your mat the exact same way it is in Cricut Design Space. We're just going to get that down. All right, for our very next step, we are going to be using that foil quill I was telling you about. Once again, at this point, you could use the Cricut foil pen or even your ink pens. So what you're gonna need is the foil. So for this, you can use the We Are Memory Keepers brand or even the Cricut brand. They're gonna work the same. So I'm actually going to be using that silver here from We Are Memory Keepers, and you're just going to place this wherever it's going to write the writing, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get that here. The next important step is to apply some tape, and I'm gonna use washi tape because I don't wanna tear up my cardstock. So you're just gonna go ahead and take some of that washi tape and put it all the way around. Now I went ahead and removed my adapter. This will work for like the Cricut Explorer models, but when it comes to the Maker, I just went ahead and removed that. All right, so we're ready to go. So we're just gonna go ahead and load this under the feet here and let it go. Now, whenever it comes to your print and cut projects, what the Cricut is going to do is it's always gonna do your pen stuff first, as well as your foil pen, and then it's gonna do the cutting. It's always gonna do the cutting last. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to remove that, and we're gonna go ahead and pop back in our blade. And there you have it. You can see that we've got that really cool foil. Hope you can see that going on there. Now, you have to remember whenever it comes to using your pens or your foil, it always has that middle piece. So you wanna make sure that you're using the appropriate pen. So for me, I may have used just a little bit too big of the pen. I probably should have used, I think I do have the bold one on, honestly. I would use the fine or a medium one, and you're gonna get that absolutely perfect. But it's so cool, and it almost has like an embossed filling on the back. So we're gonna set this aside. So now you guys can notice that it's actually separating my next piece. I forgot to go back in there and attach the that score line as well as the writing. So what we need to do is go ahead and hit cancel, but we don't have to worry about the print and cut because we've already done it. So we can actually even go in here and just delete that piece or hide it so we don't have to worry about it going to the canvas. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and we're gonna hit hide. Now what you want to make sure that you do is select all of these pieces here, and we want to hit attach, so that way everything's going to go at the same time. So we have a cut line, we have a score line, and then we have our foil pen. So now let's go ahead and hit make it. All right, so for this next one, we're just using a simple piece of cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and load this right away so it's on here, and then we're going to come over here to Cricut Design Space. We're going to hit continue, and then we're going to go ahead and choose that same medium cardstock. Now for this one, it's wanting to do the scoring first. So I'm actually using the scoring wheel, but you can go in here, go to edit tools, and you can choose that scoring stylus if you wanted to. So we're gonna use that wheel here. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and swap it out. Now we're just gonna go ahead and load this in here and hit that load button. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit go. And once again, the Cricut's gonna go ahead and give us that score line. All right, so that fast, we have our score line. So for the next one, it wants us to go ahead and load our foil stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in here. You could have already put your foil on here so that way it would be ready to go, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do it from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing I did before. All right, so I've reinserted my foil pin. The foil is loaded. Now keep in mind, whenever you put that washi tape down, you wanna be real gentle. Don't just really force that on the paper, so that way it's not gonna tear up your paper when you remove it. So we're gonna go ahead and hit go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that foil quill, and then we're going to insert our fine point blade. And then we're gonna hit go. All right, so let's go ahead and unload it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that foil. And you can see how gorgeous that came out. Now, once again, when you use the correct tip, it's just gonna work even better. So I really love how the Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas came out gorgeous. Love the Croft family. I probably could have gotten away with the fine point on this type of font, but it is gorgeous. So now we're gonna have really gorgeous Christmas cards for the holiday season. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over and we're gonna put it together. All right, so all you simply have to do now that you have that score line is you're going to fold it in half. So the way that you're gonna fold this, you're not gonna fold it in this direction, we're gonna fold it this way because this is the inside of the card. So we're gonna fold it just like that. And then we're gonna unfold it like this. So I'll have this up at the top, and that way we can glue this on here like so. So before I do, I actually wanna show you. So for one like this, like a font where you can actually see the center part, a tip that I have for you is get yourself a metallic pen, and that way you can go back and fill those in. So all you simply have to do is go inside of those lines, and it's gonna fill everything in, and nobody's ever gonna know. And just like that, I think that looks so much better. All right, so now we're ready to go ahead and apply this. You can definitely take some foam dots if you're gonna want it to pop off a little bit, or you can take yourself just a little bit of Tombow glue and then just go over it like this. I'm just gonna go all the way around my edges. There we have it. And then we're just going to center this up. And look at how gorgeous this is. So this is our very own custom personalized card, just like that, using that foil. And I think that is gorgeous. I love the way that that looks. Once again, this is a completely free watercolor bundle. So you can use this with your Cricut Design Space, Silhouette, Canva if you wanted to. You can definitely even just use your printer and cut them with a paper trimmer or a pair of scissors as well. So lots of different options using this free bundle, and it's completely free. So I hope you guys definitely check it out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Also in the comments below, let me know, have you guys tried the new foil pen compared to the We Are Memory Keepers? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.